We got everything working here? Ready there? We're good. We're good, V? Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody? Anybody alive? Anybody say, a little, give me a grunt or something. I don't know. I'm here, In case you're wondering, there's a lot of paper today. Holy Jesus, right? Unbelievable. God help us here. And we're trying to cut down this a little bit, like this, 30-something slides. We're trying to get it under 30. Just not going to, it can't happen. I don't know why. We can't get it under 30 slides. We're trying, but it's
Shut it down pretty soon.
absolutely, yeah, exactly. So it is what it is. But as always, thanks for coming today. We have the dream team from Beezer today. We have Angela, Nick, and Harriet. We'll get to them in a minute. Okay. Before we do that, though, it's really important. We're passing it around. If you're coming to one day, and I shouldn't say I expect you all to come, but I really do expect you all to come. Okay? I'm just saying, I'm telling you, there's going to be.
The biggest party in Realty One Group history?
It's in the state of Nevada, in the city of Las Vegas, and the city of Henderson. It's Realty One Group Day. It's going to be on Channel 5 News. So it's, we're trying to get some politicians to part. Anyone know a politician? Seriously. A friend of a friend that knows somebody that's a councilwoman in District 12 or something? No? Okay. Because we're trying to maybe get, when we've done this in the past, an assemblywoman would come. One year we had Stavros Anthony, who's now, I think, the lieutenant governor.
I think someone is coming.
The proclamations and all that stuff?
She's a real estate.
Yeah. And is she a elected official now?
Isn't she on the council?
Yes. Maybe I'll reach out to her. Yeah, I know her too. Okay. So, but do your best to come. But as important as that, you got to buy some supplies for the kids here. There's some up front, but that's kind of embarrassing what we have up there for 500 agents. So buy a couple of pencils. Get some. You know what the list is up there. Okay. Suzanne actually created a QR code that sends you to Amazon, and you can spend $20 on Amazon and it'll deliver it here. Gets no easier than that, gang. It really doesn't. Or go to the dollar store and get a bunch of stuff, okay? But we really like to fill up a bunch of boxes with a bunch of stuff for the kids, okay? So that's what that is. Congratulations to the $1 Million Club. I don't know who's in the room. These guys make so much money they never come to the meetings. You know how they are. But I think who is Carrie? Carrie is on here from last week. No, see, look at Doug Miller. 2004, baby. There it is. 2004, Doug Miller, baby.
You must have found that picture on the dark web.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. She went through the archives somewhere and pulled that baby up from an old Remax website or something. But way to go, Doug. Good job. What else we got here? That's the top 25. Again, if you're on these lists, you should promote this on your social media. Do it the way you want to do it. We all know agents that really promote themselves on social media. Maybe too much. Just saying. But if it works for them, it works for them, right? So find a happy medium and be proud that you made these lists and throw it on your Instagram or something like that, okay? So these are good. That's why Suzanne creates all this stuff for you guys, so hopefully you can use it, okay? There's the top 5 teams. Stacy, Mary, Darren, Damon, and Dan Rosenberg, okay? We know the Liz and Isis. I don't think they're here today. No, okay, but they were the mentees of the month. And we all know about this, right? Does anyone not know what this is? Who doesn't know what this is?
I don't know.
You have no clue what it is.
No.
When you have a form that says broker name, broker license, all that stuff, that's what you put there. You don't put me. No, you put Mark. Okay? But when you put it into SkySlope, it comes to me. And when you get it back, it'll have my signature. And you might be saying, Tim, this is a little funky here. You're signing under Mark's name. It is a little funky. But the division is okay with that. Certain firms like us and others that are large, Mark can't sign 300 things a day. That's what we get in all 4 offices, literally. I get 40 or 50 a day that I'm signing, commission instructions, referral agreements, all this stuff. So Mark's name is always on it. You'll never put my name, but I will sign it, okay? Pretty clear to everybody? So pass that on to other agents when they join the company. YouTube channel's doing great. Thank you guys. I owe you guys a pizza. Last week I said I'd get pizza and all that stuff, and we only got one pizza. Something happened with the order. Suzanne wasn't here to do it right. And I got all this other stuff in one pizza. And it went in like 8 seconds. So we'll get you guys another pizza soon, I promise. Sorry about that. Here's some quick numbers. We're almost at 9,000 total properties and over 6,000 single family. That's pretty cool. Okay? I mean, that's what we want, right? We all want more homes to sell. Okay? But you just got to be careful with that happening. Prices should start to level off a little bit. I'm not saying come down, but they're not going to continue increasing, I don't think, at a rapid pace. Okay? And this is a good thing. It's only 39 days. That was in the 40s for a while. Okay? And down here was last year to compare. So again, just let's bring up something real quick. So we let's see here. So 3,400 single family last year. Today we have 62. That's almost double in 12 months. So, you know, any buyers, any sellers you have that are on the fence, you got to kick them off the fence. Now's the time to put the house on the market. It really, really is. Okay. That's April of last year. If you want to look at those numbers, where we get them from, and again, we have 3 of the greatest home warranty gals in town. And my favorite, of course, today is Stacia Brain from Old Republic Home Protection. Come on, Stacia, come on down. She brought a great breakfast, too. Hey, is there enough food out there for you guys today? Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to, you know, be
in the put yourself in the spot.
Seriously,
Oh,
right?
no, of course. You got to do what you got to do. Whatever works here, you know?
So I hope you're all celebrating Passover or Easter or just good things in the spring. You're going to have a new construction company come and speak to you, and so I just want one of the flyers that I left out that I want you to just reference is our new construction flyer. So this, it hits my upper lip, sorry. So just knowing that sometimes if there's still incentives or if there's funds available, this is the best kept secret that I just always wish wasn't, and it's 4 years of coverage after the builder warranty expires at the end of the first year. So it can be ordered within the 30 days before that expires too. So if it's not in escrow, it can still be ordered, but there's a 30-day wait. So it can be ordered after that, but it's a great reason to reach out to any clients that maybe you've sold a new construction property to in the last 10 months, because it's going to take them a month to get off and potentially do it, so it gives them that 30-day wait. But then it continues for 4 years, and for $1,040, because I truly recommend this whole, it covers the cost of labor on systems that are still under manufacturer's warranty, on appliances. I mean, new construction is phenomenal. That was how my warranty life started. I worked in warranty and customer service for Anthem Country Club. And so things are, sometimes they're not perfect. It has nothing to do with the structure, because we don't cover the structure. It's just the systems that are in it. But for $1,040 for 4 more years of protection, it's just a no-brainer to me if there are funds available to do it. So I wanted to address that. I just gave you a little branded flyer that you might want to have with you, and I'm going to leave a bunch of them in the flyer box. If you want something that's branded with doesn't have the terms and conditions, it just, you know, it just kind of highlights the front page and then the coverage that we have on the back page. And then the last one that I handed out, and I'll leave these if some of you didn't get them, but this is just really important. So in 2025, the AC requirements and refrigerant requirements changed again. And so anything that has to be replaced with something called an A2L refrigerant. And in previous years we found, even when we're replacing something that wasn't with this, because it didn't exist before, sometimes older systems that you replace the AC, the furnace is not compatible. And home warranties don't cover non-failed equipment. So you have to pay for a new furnace potentially if it's not compatible with the new AC. And right now, and I've been saying this for several months, but still as of today, none of our competitors have verbiage like ours in their contracts. And it could be sitting at the state of Nevada just waiting to be approved by the insurance commission. So what is today could be different tomorrow, but ORHP currently is the only company out here that has verbiage that states, if the furnace is not compatible, when we have an approved AC replacement, we will cover the cost of the equipment for the furnace. So we won't cover labor, but we will cover the cost of the equipment, and that could still save your clients an additional few $1,000s. So if you're looking at the back, there's just kind of a nice little grid that says if you get our basic plan, what we will and what we won't cover, gold and what we, so when you're selling an older home, if I could just urge you to come up, the platinum is $800 on a single family, it's $750 on a condo, townhome, or manufactured home. If it's an older home, it's going to need more modifications. It has a likelihood of having incompatibility with other equipment. Spend the extra $150 somehow. If you can only negotiate X dollars, know that they can add or upgrade for up to 60 days after close of escrow, but plant that seed with them, because the $150 difference, or respectively the $350 difference if they go with the basic, is invaluable and can potentially save them thousands down the road. So just plant that seed, and if there's ever questions, I'll answer anything I can. I don't know every diagnosis, I don't know every single scenario, but I always have an opinion on something, and I'm happy to, share that and see how I think it would go. Yes?
Just a very quick question. I know you mentioned your 1,040.
Yes.
Does that go with the square footage of the home? Or?
It's good for anything under 5,000 square feet.
What about over 5,000?
I don't have a new construction.
It's
plan.
more.
I don't have
It's
offer-
more.
I don't offer a new construction coverage for
Right.
homes over 5,000.
Right, yeah.
In that particular,
No, not new construction.
in resale,
Yeah.
yes, we do. We don't have anything in print because we don't have enough of those transactions that we have something
Okay, I can
printed.
call.
Yes, you can call me and I can get you a quote. We don't cover anything over 10,000 square feet.
No,
So over 10,000 square feet, if you have a scenario like that, I had somebody call me the other day and tell me they had all this money, and I'm like, oh, yay, let's go shopping. And then I brought up the address, and the property was 14,876 square feet, and I was like, oh, I can't, we don't encompass that. So we did some searching, and I have some companies that I don't have familiarity with, I'll be honest, but that do, if you need that level of protection, I'm happy to refer somebody.
But our typical local ones, you know who they all are, don't do that either.
No.
You know what I'm getting at?
Correct,
Yeah.
correct.
AHS
So I
or
would absolutely-
First American,
I
right.
would- Right.
Yeah,
So,
none of them do it.
Dwellness used to, and so I
Right.
called Dwellness right away to see if they still did, and they don't.
Right, okay.
And so, I don't know, there's two companies. One does have kind of a regional representation that does cover it, but I don't have any experience with how they do business. So I can give you a name, but outside of the name, I can't tell you that they're good, bad, or otherwise, because I just honestly don't know. And I've never met the representative. I've just seen their brochures in different offices. So, but I'm always happy to help, because I can't always help. If you see a home that highlights, commercial air conditioning units, commercial refrigerators, none of us will cover those things. So although it might be a good listing tool to say it has all these things, home warranties don't cover commercially sized systems. And so you don't want to even negotiate dollars for that, negotiate dollars for something else, because none of us cover commercial, we're all residential. But if you aren't working with someone that you like, trust, or have confidence in, or you have questions about anything, even if you're not using me, when Tim says that he's signing roughly 40 things a day, I don't get 40 orders a month from the office. I would love to get 40 orders from the office a month. So let's talk. See if I could be part of your team on that side. So thank you so much.
Stacia, everybody. Wait, go ahead, Steph, what do you got?
Oh, Stacia, you didn't cover any elevators, so do you know a home warranty covers elevators?
No. We usually just don't have that particular service provider in our network.
Yeah.
They're very exclusive. So.
Okay. Alrighty, gang. As you guys know, we probably have, on one hand, I can count the new home builders that we have come in. We're kind of picky about who comes in. How many new home builders are there? Well, maybe Angela knows. There's probably 50 in town. I don't know. Is there that many? Yeah. Okay. We have like I said, 4 or 5 that come in that we like. and they like us, and they treat us really well. And today we're lucky we got the dream team from Beazer Homes here. So Angela, come on down. Nick, and where's Harriet? Is Harriet out there too? Come on down, gang. Come on down. And they were also part of the enormous breakfast today. You know, Jesus. You know,
enough coffee for an army.
we got to remind you in the future, don't bring coffee
Okay.
because we have a machine.
Okay.
Yeah, so just save you some money. Yeah. Yeah. Huh? Do you like that coffee?
I accidentally made one.
Oh, did you? Yeah. No, take it. Use
Here's
it.
a question, and Angela will help you guys. How many new home builders are trying to pay you more than 3%?
He's jumping too soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a teaser.
We jumped the shark.
Anyway, good morning, you guys. As Jim said, I am Angela Andrews. Even though I didn't wear my name tag today, you'll have to trust me on that one. I brought two of my amazing co-workers with me, Miss Harriet Hines and Mr. Nick Chupa. You're going to get to hear from them today too. Today we're going to tell you a little bit about each of our communities. We're going to tell you what Beazer does that is truly different than other builders because we really are building a better home. But what I like to start off with is what Nick indicated is my favorite topic, commissions. So we truly love and value our realtor partners, and we like to show you how much we value you by paying you a great commission, by paying you your fair wage. So with Beazer, we have an escalating commission structure. Every year we offer our Realtor VIP program. It starts first of the year and runs through the end of the year. On your first deal with Beazer, we're gonna pay you 3% of the base price. On your second deal with Beazer in a calendar year, we're gonna throw in an extra $2,000. Every deal after that, we're gonna give you an extra $4,000. I know.
Holy moly.
Jaw dropped. No, because we really do, honestly, if it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't have the business that we have. So thank you so much for bringing your buyers in. We love to partner with you. We'd love to have you come out and visit our sites as well. We have three different products. We're at 3 different communities. All of Beazer homes are solar ready. Some of Beazer homes include solar. You are lucky enough to have 3 that include solar. So it is truly included, you guys. There's no fine print, there's no payment on it. It is truly included in the price of the home.
Oh, wow.
Your buyers get it, they own it, they get the tax benefit on it as well. So it's an owned system. It's a partial system, it's gonna offset utilities, but it's gonna bring their utilities down to, I don't know, $75 a month. We are all electric too, and all of our homes are net zero energy ready, so we're ready to offset 100% with any renewable resource. So they could add additional solar and offset their utilities 100%. Yeah. We just kicked off a new community. I'm in Henderson, near the corner of Racetrack and Burkholder, across from the Heritage Aquatic Center in Heritage Park. The community is called Montview Estates. I've got 3 different homes that I'm selling there, you guys. You do have a flyer. I'm starting at 1,550 square feet. I go up to 2,735 square feet. We're a single-story community-ish. My 2,735, we like to call it a single-story with a pop top. So it's single-story living with a little bit of bonus space upstairs. We got a bedroom, bathroom, and loft upstairs. Everything else is on the first floor, 2,200 square feet on the first floor. So a lot of my buyers that come in and say, we only want a single-story home, end up buying that home because they've got everything they need on the first floor with the additional space. You can see my pricing on here as well. And then I do have a few opportunities left at my Westview Estates community. All of my homes, I got 4 lots left up there, 50-foot deep, 50 to 60-foot deep backyards, 50 to 60 wide. View fencing, beautiful views of the city. I've got RV parking available also on some of my lots out there. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, so come out and check us out. Miss Harriet.
Hello, I'm at Emerson Estates. Emerson Estates, we had our grand opening about a week ago. There's only 16 home sites. It's in central Las Vegas, near Flamingo and Eastern. So there's an existing community there. We picked up 16 lots of the original builder lot. The original homes go up to about 4,500 square feet. Our homes, single story, 2 single stories and a 2-story, starting out at 2,500 square feet, going up to 2,700 square feet. Prices, we're about $545 starting, but some of those home sites are huge. They go up to like 3,000 square feet, so depending on the floor plan, massive backyards. Solar is included at our community as well, so all the same energy efficient benefits you have at Angeles and Nick's community, you have at Emerson Estates. Our average utility bill for our two-story, 2,500 square feet, is about $55 a month. That's the average electric bill, and it comes with solar, and you can get more panels to offset more, but $55 a month for 2,500 square foot single story.
And her two-story plan is a showstopper. If you haven't seen our Valencia floor plan, it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it has a bedroom and a bathroom downstairs, so it kind of fits all purposes, but we did build a better home than most builders. I could say that because I worked for most builders. I've been a new home seller since 2000, so I've been here in Las Vegas. I have worked for really a handful of builders, but these are built a different home, and I'm proud to say that after being in the business so long, it gives you something to talk about, and it gives the home buyer an opportunity to get a home that's built to save them money and, you know, pay a lot less in monthly bills, so. That's him, I said.
Yeah, kind of to piggyback, I mean, I've worked for a couple different builders. Our quality through and through, from our estates down to our townhomes, it's the same. You know, when your clients are paying this kind of money, you know, it's steps that other builders are missing, and I think it's crucial, you know, it's saving them money. That's Beezer's whole thing, is saving you money through our energy efficiencies, our lending. We're passing that on. We're here to help you guys. I'm out in the Northwest. I'm selling 2 of our best floor plans for the townhouse communities, the Albany and Cambridge. They're about 1,500 square feet to 1,900 square feet. These are move-in ready. They are dialed in like the model homes, so everything is included that you're gonna see basically in the model homes. We mix up the colors. Refrigerator, washer, dryer, all included. Solar included. It's a huge thing. It's saving your clients hundreds of dollars. $250, $300 on average is what they're saving. Our townhouse community, small. Most of the townhouse communities, they get that apartment feel. We have 29 townhomes, and we're surrounded by half-acre, $1 million estates right down the street from Bob Taylor's Steakhouse. Oldest steakhouse in Vegas. It's pretty cool. So I encourage you guys to come out. Come out for lunch to Bob Taylor's. I'm there to let you guys into my spec homes. You can shoot content. And I just got an email this morning that on 2 of the homes that are on my flyer, we've got an extra $5,000 to work with, and
Is that his
we wanna
flyer?
give you 4% if you sell those quick.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Like how I say that today? Now we're done.
So you guys, keep in mind, if you've got a buyer who says, I don't wanna go over 500, they've got a lot more buying power when they're coming into a home where they're gonna pay $30 a month or $50 a month in utility bills. That gives them another couple $100 a month in their mortgage, and they're gonna get a better built house for that price point and with Beezer.
Do you finance any of this?
We do. So we have a company called, or we have a program called Mortgage Choice. We don't have a Beezer Financial. We actually work with 4 outside lenders that compete for buyer's business. So we always have some sort of incentive. Right now at my Montview Estates, I've got a $30,000 incentive for my 4 lots left. At Westview Estates, $15,000. At Westview, I've got $30,000. So we've always got the incentive for them. They get to shop all 4 lenders. The lenders compete for their business. It's a super cool program. Once they get into contract, they sign in, they create an account in a portal where the lenders will upload their offers. They get to do a side-by-side comparison, pick the one that has the best program for them. So it's nice, we have them compare at least 2 so that they keep that competition going, so that the lenders bring their best programs.
The program's great because regardless of incentive, the lenders have to put their best foot forward to win your buyer's business. And they're big names that a lot of you have probably used: Guild, CMG, New American Funding, and we have a bank, US Bank too, so.
And then are they all, cause I heard Nick
Any
said
chair you want.
yours were townhomes? correct? And then,
We're detached, single-family detached.
okay, perfect, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Incentives for investor,
I'm sorry?
for investor.
Investor,
Depends on how
it
they
depends,
purchase.
yeah,
It
it depends
varies.
on how they purchase.
So whatever we're giving usually, if they're doing a loan, whatever that dictates, we'll give that. A lot of cases, we can take if there's a remainder and home warranties. You know, pay HOA for a couple of years. In some cases, even take price, lower the price a little bit if there's a substantial left.
Yeah, some of our communities too, it's a flex credit, so it can be used towards options or towards, buying down the rate and covering closing costs. And with our lenders too, you guys, because we're not an in-house lender, we don't have, buyers don't have to fit inside a small box like they do with other lenders. We have literally something for everybody with our lenders. We have a lot of flexibility in lending.
Nick, where's the Albany home site?
Where is it?
Yeah.
That's at,
By Bob Taylor?
yes.
Is it?
Temple Crossing.
Okay. Gang, that home is under 400,000. Haven't seen that in a long time. You know?
380.
380?
Solar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a,
It's 150.
is it single family or is that a townhome? That's a townhome.
And that's something I encourage you to look at is a lot of the other guys are advertising a rate. We're advertising the money to get to that rate, and when you combine what we're giving in an incentive plus the solar, if you look at the side by side of the other guys, we're coming in far less monthly out of your buyer's pocket.
The Montview, it doesn't have an address.
No, so I'm at the same location, so I've got a small community, in the same location. But does it not, let me give you the address,
Is
you
it
guys,
the
for the sales
Crosswinds
office.
Estates?
Yep, it's at Crosswinds, so
Okay.
337 Talladega is where our models and our, sales office is.
Okay.
You said 337
337
Talladega?
Talladega Court, yeah, it's 89015.
337 Talladega.
They have it on the map, but the Montview doesn't have an address.
Because we, literally, I got the permission to sell on Monday, so we're just kicking that one off.
Okay, so, where's your location exactly?
Racetrack and Burkholder. Yeah. And, my Westview Estates community, you guys, it sits up on the hill, they're literally the last community up on the hill by the mountains. The home sites I have left, are the 50 to 60 foot deep backyard, view fencing, beautiful views of the mountains and city. So if you've got somebody looking for a view, I've got some nice views out there.
Angela, what's your thoughts about setting up a, I don't know, breakfast or a brunch and we go visit you guys to tour the models? We up for that? Yeah.
We'd love to walk you through a framed house and really show you the things that we are doing different than other builders because we are building different.
It's 10 o'clock.
You guys want to talk a little bit about our surprising performance and what we do that's different?
Absolutely. So I have a demonstration, I have to do it. I'm not thrilled, but I have to do it, coordinate.
I threw it all over the
We threw it all
ground.
over the
And
ground
it's yours.
outside, so I'm like, I gotta get with this. So this is part of our surprising performance, is what Beazer calls the package that makes the home so energy efficient and having a low average bill. This is the type of insulation we use. So where most builders use a 2x4 insulation, 2x4 framing and that insulation, we use 2x6, and then we blow in the insulation in the walls. So I want to do this demonstration to show not only how, we can't really show how energy efficient, but this will give you an idea. Because it also insulates for sound.
All right, Harry, just so you know, we have a brand new carpet here, okay?
I know, sorry.
See? Look at this. There we go. Right? Making a goddamn mess. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding.
I want to warn you.
Don't worry about it.
This is loud, so
Okay.
if you want to protect your.
I'm gonna do it
This is
without
Angela's
that, too.
janky bucket.
1, 2, 3.
That's
Oh, wow.
That's the insulation.
So that's
That's in all our walls.
Wow.
That is neat.
Pretty snazzy, right? I like that.
Yeah.
amazing.
That's
You want to pull it out now and show me it's still on? There's no trickery, it's still going.
Wow, that's great.
Very cool.
Wow.
Wow.
So when I'm screaming at my husband,
Jump on your neighbor.
Nobody's calling the cops.
Yeah, we also spray foam the inside of our of our attic. So we spray the underside of the roof instead of just insulating the floor, so the heat doesn't even come into the attic. We put a chocolate bunny up there, you'll see it, and it's there to show you that even in the summer, the chocolate bunny will not melt. Because we insulate the underside of the roof, so.
This is awesome in our single family, but always a big question in our townhouse. You know, attached, am I gonna hear my neighbors?
Right.
I have volunteered at a meeting for another Realty One location and at your townhomes, and I went next door and I screamed and pounded on the walls.
We did, that was the old way we did
Yeah,
it.
So,
yeah.
Scream test.
just as everybody sat there, like, and I'm not quiet, so.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Any other questions, you guys?
So maybe a Tuesday or a Wednesday, a month or two down the road, we figure out
Yeah,
who to visit or
absolutely.
that kind of thing? We're good with that?
Come out and see
Okay.
us, we'd love to show you what we're doing that's different.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'd love to partner with you guys. So also, all of our phone numbers are at the bottom of our flyers. That's our direct contact, that's our cell number. You can call us, you can text us. Even if it's not this location, you guys, we can help you find the location you're looking for. So if you're looking for, single family in the Southwest, give us a call, we'll help guide you. Okay?
All righty, good stuff, gang?
Awesome.
All righty, thank you, Beezer Homes, baby. Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo!
Everybody got one?
The drawing.
God forbid, yeah.
Someone make it over here too.
See, you're too nice, Ange, you're too nice.
I like to win, just for the sake. I don't care what I win, even if I don't want it, I want it.
Oh, wait, one more thing I want to tell you. We did not coordinate our outfits. We did not. And we actually worked for a red builder, not a red builder.
I thought blue was the color.
You'd be in trouble with the
All right. Harry, let me pick one. Drum roll.
Likia? Lisa?
No?
Lisa, in the back, yes. Hey, if they leave and don't stay for the rest of the meeting, take their picture out in the bullpen, the three Beezer agents.
You know what I did? What would you have said?
Let me see, let me see, maybe I can hieroglyphics here. Yeah, it's there she is, that's the one, yeah, that's her, yeah, that's it. Congratulations, there you go. All right, again, woo-hoo!
Thank you. Thank you again for breakfast.
All right, before the three of you leave, Nick, before you guys leave, give me a number between, now again, there's 32 of you in the room. I counted, 32 of you. And 16 of you put your name on the list. I don't get it. So give me a number from 1 to 19, Nick.
1 to 19?
Yeah,
13.
13. How about another one? Nobody put in 13.
15.
Okay, we got a winner for 15, and Harry, you pick a number. 7, 15, and 7. We have 2 winners. There we go. Where's Philip? Philip Wong? Philip Wong, there you go, winner. And she won for the second time. Give that to Lisa. God, it's rigged. It's rigged. Rigged.
I just need one shirt.
I know. No, you got like 7 already, right?
I didn't want to sign in.
No, you're not. That's it.
I told her if she did, it's coming to me.
Aye. All righty, gang. Thanks again to Beezer for coming by. All right, gang. We all know her. We all love her. She has a little bit of an issue going on here. She's going to fall again, you know? Aye. All right, let's go easy here now. Let's get out of here, Come on over here.
I have my prop.
There you go. So,
My prop is going to be with me for 6 weeks. So if you see me going around the office, try to catch me. As you guys know, I'm your sales executive for Rock Title, but also known as your business development. So I love to help you guys with your marketing and whatever we can with tools and you guys get me set up. But my end goal is to get your escrows. So however I can help you close, please reach out to me. As you guys know, we have tons of classes, we have tons of tools. Most of you guys, I've had one-on-ones with most of you. If I haven't, reach out to me. I'd be happy to sit down with you, go over your marketing plan. Maybe I can add something that you hadn't thought about or build off of that. So love to help you with that. And scoot over here. This is the next class I'm having. It's gonna be on the Wednesday workshop. It's a book, I've talked about it before. Love the book, Exactly What to Say for Real Estate Agents. It has amazing stuff. We're just gonna come in here and listen to the book. So you don't really have to do a lot, except some takeaways. I do have some flyers that kind of sum up the book. It was great, and I think it would really help your business on closing. So, I'll wheel off, but, if you need me for anything, just let me know.
You need a little motor to.
I would love a motor.
Yeah.
Give you a little whale.
I was just saying, your left calf is gonna look awesome this
And-
year.
In case you guys are wondering, Wendy has a personal day today, so she's off today. So she is not standing there like she should be, okay? So she's not. Is John Morgan back in town? He's on the phone. Okay, John is here, but we'll skip by Johnny for a little bit here, and then we'll, what do you think? All right, gang, Maria, we got some stuff to talk about.
I needed a little bit of a pick-me-up. Now I drank this coffee.
Did you?
Because I love Panera coffee. Now I got the jitters.
I want to show you guys something. You can't really see this,
I can see.
okay? But it's an email that one of you received from an investor making an offer on your listing. No RPA, nothing attached, just a, what's he calling it? Letter of intent to purchase.
Okay.
This is going to happen a lot. Okay, so what do you think about this?
Block immediately.
Scam, block it,
I just told them to send me a regular purchase agreement.
send you like an RPA? Okay.
What if you know that the person is legit and they still give you this? They're an LLC or something like that, and you know them, but they still send you this. Then what do you do?
Or here's an example. I call up Brittany. Hey, Brittany, this is Tim. I want to go see your property that's on Zillow, and you go show it to me, right?
Sure.
And when we're there, I say, Brittany, I don't have an agent. I'm going to send you an email, and could you write up the offer for me? What do you do? What do you do? We got a yes or no?
You have to get, funds, I mean, obviously, if they're gonna be paying cash, whatever.
Well, I just sent you this email,
Okay, well,
Dario, and I say, write up the offer for me.
Okay, well,
Send them by
let's-
Well,
let's
most
do
of
that.
those are, they want to do seller financing, what I found, and like, it's not legit.
Well, I mean, I've had several of those, and they wanna do that, but, they just send that as an offer of what they wanna do, and then we can negotiate and just write an offer. They
But
wanna.
who's writing the offer?
Well, it depends. So, I mean, I've received a couple of those that they had somebody represent them, an agent actually said that.
But they don't want to be represented.
They wanna do it themselves.
They don't want to be represented.
Well, I can either write the offer, have a BBRA with them, or.
No, I'm not signing a BBRA. I don't want to be represented.
Oh, you don't wanna be
No,
represented?
no.
Okay, so I can send them a contract for them to write and send it to us.
Send them.
Bottom of the
You can write
contract.
it for them, you can write an offer, cause it's
Yeah,
in your
but
seller's
then who's at the bottom of the contract? That when you pull a document on a transaction
But
desk,
still you have a
whose
duty
name is
zone
on the
with
bottom
them.
of
You don't. I'm not signing a duties owed. I don't want to be represented.
You have to.
But I don't want to.
Sorry.
So you're not going to tell your seller that I'm offering $50,000 more than the list price?
Oh, I will.
I'll tell them, but I'll tell them it's not legit.
I think.
See how it gets tricky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get Fatima.
Reject it. You just reject it. If he doesn't want to be represented, just let him know.
Okay, then I might sue you because you're not, aren't we supposed to submit all offers to our sellers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Verbally or by email, by
He's
Pony
gonna
Express?
sign a contract. I mean, he's gonna have to do a contract, though. That's the key. It has to be a contract, whether he wants to do it or not.
Okay, but I don't have an agent, Dario. Write it up for me.
Okay, I'm gonna represent you.
No, I don't want to be represented. I just want to make an offer on your listing.
Absolutely, you know what, I can't do that, but you can actually go into, do it yourself, and then send me an offer. I mean, I have no problem, bring it over to me.
Okay, so I go to Google, I find this 6-page contract that none of us can understand. What do we do then? What do we do if we get that offer?
Yeah, so you have to present it, do you not?
I
have
have
to.
to, yeah.
But then the contract from Google was something that was put out there by somebody, and it's an LVR document, but it's dated on the bottom revision of 2012.
Oh.
Then what do you do? Oh, that was.
Oh, did I almost? Oh, what's that equilibrium here? My bad.
Needs that steadying.
That
Coffee, come on.
was, so then what do you do?
Can you
Present
give
it,
them the seller's
Tell them
number?
to deny it.
You're gonna give the seller's number?
Talk to them directly?
Would you color on a
So
property?
you're gonna give
There's
the
no
buyer your client's phone number so
Then
that
let
they
the seller
negotiate
know.
it?
Present it,
Call
but
the
tell,
seller,
have the
tell
buyer.
One at a time, one at a time. Shh, one at a time.
Just disclose that, do an addendum.
Disclose it to who?
The seller and buyer, you know what, he actually did whatever contract it is, buyers represent himself, with a contract that was dated back in whatever that day was done, and just having what agreed onto that. I mean, having sign that document, they acknowledge.
Can't
There's nothing
you
else between me
send
and
them
them.
the current purchase agreement, a blank one for them to sign, to do it themselves?
But again, at the bottom of that contract that you give them, whose name is on the bottom of there?
At the bottom of who, like who's representing them?
No, no, no.
On the RPA.
You print up a document out of transaction
Right.
desk, whose name is on the bottom?
The listing agent, buyer's agent, whoever.
Well,
So now
They
you
don't have a
become
buyer's
a
agent.
They don't have a buyer's
representative.
agent.
So
All
what?
of your
So now
documents
you're
will have
representing
your name
somebody
on it.
because your name is on that.
Okay.
Well, not necessarily though, because I'm not representing the buyer. And I can addendum.
all right, Florian, what do you got?
Okay.
All right, shh, one at a time.
Why don't you just go straight to the escrow? Here's the escrow. Treat it like a for sale by owner.
But it's not, it's on MLS.
No, you can't.
So if I sent you this email for your listing, you're gonna say, Tim, that's great, send it to Laura Moran at Rock Title. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just,
Did your seller accept that offer?
no, just,
Did they even see it?
no, discuss it with the seller.
Seller, okay,
Say,
right.
here,
Right.
there's this offer.
Right?
I'm not gonna represent the buyer, and they don't wanna they don't want
Anybody represent them.
So now, so shall I, get this, it's letter of intent, bring it over to the Rock Title, and let's see what they say.
What does Rock Title has nothing to do with it? You have to negotiate the deal. They're just gonna take it once you have a deal struck and everything's signed. Go ahead, Maria.
As I understand.
Don't say in California, I'm gonna throw something at you, okay?
Add me to covering commission. If they do this, it means they agree to me represent them and pay commission. We can't.
They don't want you to represent them.
No, but it's written.
What
It's
was the
in an
list
email.
price? What was the list?
I don't know, it doesn't matter,
We gotta get a dues owed.
I don't wanna be represented, Mikey, no, I don't wanna be represented.
You don't get to buy it.
There you go, right? All right, you wanna jump in and say anything, or you want me to? Okay, well, my point is, this is gonna happen more and more, okay? Because buyers think they go right to the listing agent, they get a cheaper deal, no commission, you know what I'm saying, right? What I would recommend that you do when you take a listing, in your listing presentation, or once you're writing up the listing agreement, talk to your seller. Hey, Stacia, just so you know, with the changes in the industry, we might get some cash offers or an offer that might want you to own or will carry. And Stacia's sitting there like, what's he talking about? Well, I just want to sell my house. And he's talking about all this creative financing stuff. Sometimes we get offers on a napkin, right? And Stacia's going to say, what are you talking about, Tim? I thought you were a realtor. Yeah, right? Like legit. No, sometimes we get offers on all different stuff. You like to drink a lot, right? Yeah. So I would recommend that when I put the listing in our association's MLS, we put some notes in there that you'll only consider offers that are on Las Vegas Realtor Association forms. You've all seen that, right? Yeah. In there, right? Seller. But you can't just put that in there. The seller has to approve that. You have to have something in writing, preferably in the listing agreement to cover your ass, that the seller will not accept, the seller will not consider any offers unless they're written on the proper forms. So that's the best way to cover yourself to a certain extent, okay? And I would think the seller would agree to that in most cases, right? I don't see why they wouldn't.
But this is easy. You say, okay, this offer says they want you to finance $825,000. Do you want to do that? No,
Right.
I don't. Okay, so I just say your offer's been rejected.
Yeah, the offer that I took down, they made a few copies, but basically they want to pick up all the payments for highest seller, but everything stays in highest seller's name.
Yeah.
And they move out, and they give them a check for $50,000 and hope the new buyer makes the payments moving forward. Not a good idea for your client.
It's very
Yeah.
creative. I've
Yeah.
received a lot of
Yeah.
very creative,
Right.
like, letters of intent like that, and
Mm-hmm.
I talked to my clients, but the majority of them, they came from a realtor that was
Sure,
representing
of course,
those.
right.
You know, I have not received anything from somebody that was not represented by
Right.
somebody. But they, like here, this one, they offered to pay the seller's agent commission, and they all do that. But then when you look at the terms really don't make sense. So I have received a bunch of those.
Yes.
I'm sure a lot of people have received them. But, you know, but I think it's a great idea to put that on the MLS, that we accept only
Yep.
GLVAR
Right.
contracts, because
Kath? Yeah.
then it's easier.
What do you got?
So what if it is a legit good offer that a buyer wants?
Via email, right? Right, it's an email.
Want to be represented.
Right.
And it's a great offer, you're talk to your seller, they
Right.
agree to take it.
Right.
Then how do you move forward? Like what contract?
Well, High is going to send them the RPA.
So
Is
then
that a good idea?
that's the listing.
Can you guys send me, the buyer, an RPA?
Yes, just send it blank and they fill it out.
No, you fill it out.
How many thinks it's okay to send the RPA to the buyer? Nobody?
You can help the buyer fill out an RPA.
No, he said no representation.
No representation.
Yeah, no
But you're not
representation.
representing
You're
them.
representing
But you're
them.
helping, once you,
Yeah, at that bottom.
Okay,
we just
the,
got the thing from Mark Otero basically saying, you know, once you have given them the contract from Transaction Desk with your name on there, there is a form, not a form like a piece of paper, but that becomes a form of representation. Okay, because you have now given them something and they're gonna write this offer, you know, with it. So you have to be really careful with that kind of stuff. I mean, I would agree with you more of just, you know, once, assuming that these people are legit and everything is fine, you get it into contract because your seller says, yeah, I'll agree to all the terms, then send it to escrow and let escrow deal with it at that point. Because escrow can form, you know, escrow instructions, and your name is not involved in that. And then escrow instructions are basically, quote unquote, kind of like a contract in their world. So escrow instructions can then be your contract to say, buyer and seller, here's, you know, the documents, and they have to sign them at closing.
but just to be clear, if you, as the listing agent, have done some homework on this offer, you researched it, you called the guy, he's not, you know, in Dubai on WhatsApp, if you get my, you know, and maybe you met him at the house. You know, when he called you, you met him at the house, and it seems everything above board. You can send him your RPA, but there's certain things in there either you're going to cross out or wording you're going to put in there that you're not representing him. Okay? Because we've received offers from a buyer, unrepresented, on an RPA from LVR, and at the bottom where it has the agent's name, mysteriously it's gone. Either they whited it out or they cut it out. Right, but they're using that offer to make offers. Okay, so I would not, as an agent, try my best not to send the RPA to a buyer. I would do everything I could to say, look, Stacia, I understand what you want to do, but how come you don't want a buyer's agent? And I would see what she says. And I think hopefully all of us are strong enough. That's right. Hopefully you are all strong enough, and I can get to the point, Stacia, let's do this, you know, to keep everything above board and transparent. I don't want to go to jail, you know, I'm kidding around here. For a flat fee of whatever, let me represent you. $500, $5,000, whatever you want to do. Now, if the buyer doesn't agree to that, me as a listing agent, then I really have a problem. Like, what's the reason, dude? What's the issue here? Did a buyer's agent, you know, steal your wife or your husband or something? I don't know. I mean, come on here. Why wouldn't you let me represent you? But some are going to be like that. Or you can even say, go visit an attorney. Let the attorney write up an offer. We could probably get that
Have
through.
ChatGPT write a contract.
There you go. That's it. ChatGPT, you know. So the answer is you can send them the RPA, but don't. No, I'm kidding. But try not to. Okay, because hopefully you all have the ability of persuasion to explain to that buyer, come on, dude, just let me, okay, you don't want me to represent you, I'll give you Dario. Dario will do it for free. I'm just kidding, you know. You know, but you know, if I can get Dario 0.5% on an $800,000 deal, he's going to make $4,000. He's probably not going to do a whole lot, you know, for the most part. You know, he's going to facilitate the paperwork, okay? But the reason we brought this up, it's happening. It's going to be happening more. Okay, so if you have a listing and someone says, meet me at the property, have the thought they don't want you to represent them, but they want you to write up an offer. And if you get stuck in this, call me, call Maria, call Wendy.
Public in the home
There you go, okay? Is that about right?
Yeah.
Are we okay, somewhat? You guys good with that? Crystal clear? Yeah, right. Good.
We'll call you.
Yeah, of course, that's right, that's right.
Okay, as I know, when you sign mortgage agreement, it's most of the time lender pool. If you transfer title, remove your name, and still have mortgage on your name,
Mhm.
the lender can ask you to pay off this mortgage.
Yeah, correct.
Here they want to have mortgage
Mhm.
on the seller's name.
Sure.
And change title.
Sure.
It's not-
That's what I'm saying. That is so one-sided to the buyer that I would never recommend my seller, consider that offer. I don't know if I made enough copies, but we'll make some copies. Maria, has one. You can read it. But just be careful. These things are happening. Okay. Either it's a verbal. There's one agent said, Tim, this guy's called me 3 times, negotiating the offer on the phone with me, and he still hasn't sent me an offer. They're just going, oh, well, hi, would your seller do this and do that? Let me know. And then you call them back, well, hi, how about they do this and do that? No, hang up on the guy. No, you don't have time for that crap. Say, dude, send me an offer in writing.
Yeah, we've had that happen, but, it's been years since anybody really talked to me
Yeah.
about this situation, and I do remember when I was, years ago, I was told just to give them a contract.
Yeah.
They can do it, they're gonna be on their own, you don't do it yourself, you don't represent them,
Right.
but it totally makes sense because your name is on
Yeah.
the bottom of
Right.
that contract, so you provided that.
Yeah, but on the RPA, one of the things we'll probably tell you to do where it says buyer's agent information, you write unrepresented. Even though your name's at the bottom, that supersedes your name being at the bottom, okay? And that guy's gonna white out your name anyway and use it in the future to make more offers. So be it,
No, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's good advice not to provide them too
Right,
much,
right.
have them do
Eh.
it. What if they send you a contract from an attorney's office?
Yeah, we'll consider it. Let's look at it. If we can't understand it, we'll send it to our attorney
Right.
and let him play with it.
Sometimes we get it, they said, well, my attorney will send the offer, so, I mean.
And that happens a lot in commercial and
Right.
stuff, so, you can definitely, send it and say, and then go to your seller and say, he's, sending us a contract from his attorney, do you want your attorney to look it over? Cause it may have a whole bunch of verbiage in there that you don't really know how to explain it.
Right.
So then you do have to get an attorney involved on your end.
Yeah.
Okay, lastly.
Lastly.
Let's talk about commission instructions. Okay, because, I don't know if you guys have seen these commission instructions where on the back of it or on the bottom of these, it'll say check or wire, and you have to mark which one you want. Okay, so understand what that means to me processing your your files, okay? So if you mark a check, what's gonna happen is they'll send a runner with a closing package. That closing package is gonna have your commission check in there, any disbursement checks, like reimbursements or anything like that. And it's gonna have the closing package, which has in it the final settlement statement. That is what I use to balance your CDA and get you paid, okay? If you mark wire, we're gonna get a piece of paper that says, lawyer's title just wired you $10,000. And that's all I get. So corporate emails me that form and says, look, we just got in our bank account $10,000 from lawyer's title for this property. I have no paperwork, I have no closing package. So what ends up happening is I take that wire and I put it inside of your file, and then I mark it, final settlement statement required. If I don't have that, I can't balance. I don't know if what they're sending is exactly what you guys agreed to. And we're starting to get a lot of them where you guys are not marking at the bottom whether you want a check or whether you want wire. So what the title companies automatically do, if you don't tell them, send it to me with a runner or FedEx it or whatever, they're just gonna wire. And so what's happening, especially this week, I've got 2 of them that popped in on Monday. I have no settlement statement. I try my best to get a hold of the title companies and require them to send it to me and say, I got your wire, but I can't do anything. But if they don't respond, it is your responsibility to get that settlement statement and put it into your file and email it to me, do whatever, once that closes. Because once that wire is in there, I can't do anything. But yet corporate is hounding me because they don't want that money just sitting in their account without us balancing out, you know, who really needs that money. I mean, it's your money, right? I don't wanna keep it in my account. I mean, I do. So they want me to process that in 48 hours. If I don't have that settlement statement and the title company are not sending it to me when I'm asking them to, again, it's up to you guys. I mean, it's your money.
Well, on second thought, the moral of the story is 2 boxes. Check off wire, check off check. What are you going to check off?
Check.
There you go.
Check.
Okay, the wire doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
If you check that off wire, that money could go God knows where. Okay, just
So make
keep it the
sure-
old-fashioned way.
Yeah, make sure when you're filling these out and putting them into your file, make sure it is marked on there, you know, check.
Right.
Because like I said, if you don't mark it,
It's going to be wired.
it's just gonna get wired. And so I go back and I look at the wires that come in and I look at the commission instructions and they're all blank. So if you guys don't do it, they're just gonna wire, cause it's easy for them. They don't have to do anything. They just send it to the bank wires and we're done. No runner, you know, no emails, no nothing. But then you guys just sit there. Those 2 that I have from this Monday, today's Thursday, they could have been paid on Tuesday. That commission could have been in your pocket by Tuesday. But here we are on Thursday and I still don't have anything. So even if I get it today, you're not gonna get it till tomorrow. You know, but if it's after 12:30, 1 o'clock, you're not getting it until next week. So now you closed on it a week ago and you're still not paid.
I guess they don't need it that bad.
Well, I guess not. So.
What a nice problem.
Yeah, right?
I have a question, because, here, commission instructions, you put the check mark on the check, and then what's the processing time, 48 hours before it's zilled to the agent?
It depends on when that closing package hits my desk.
So if it
I
gets on a
can't answer.
Friday-
We received the package Wednesday at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
When are you going to get paid?
Thursday.
No, Friday.
Wednesday, 10 o'clock.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Okay, I get it.
Provided
Mon-
that you're-
your Sky Slope is good.
Your files.
Or I get it Monday at 3:30. When are you getting paid?
Wednesday.
There we go. Okay, provided your CDA is correct. Okay, you can't. Maria, where's my check? Where's my check? And she pulls up Sky Slope, and there's a bunch of red. We all know what that is, right? We don't want the red. You know, that's on you guys. You know. Okay. I mean, so
So
Yeah.
Tim, you're doomed if it's a Friday, because then it's like a Tuesday next week, right?
if it's Friday morning, you'll get paid Monday. Friday afternoon, it's Tuesday. Tuesday. Right.
I'd
Right.
love to, but no.
Okay, I didn't know about this Friday.
I'll do enough because it's
Good Friday.
It's Good Friday. Yeah. We're thinking about having Maria work weekends too. Come on, lady. Come on. Come on. I know, right? Exactly. Okay.
Okay,
Any-
any questions?
Anything from Maria? No? No? All right. There you go, Maria. Thank you. All right, gang. 5 more minutes, some quick stuff. Next week, Steve Thomas is coming in. If you guys haven't seen Steve, tall, good-looking, gray-haired guy. That's an economist from California. Great presentation. Great stuff. Really, you got to be here for that. And then we have we have Mother's Day panel. Some of you that are mothers in here that have kids not in their 30s, younger, you might get an email from me to participate on this panel. 4 or 5 of you, where it's a mothers in real estate kind of panel. It's always kind of fun. Okay. Not a chance. No. The baseball game's coming up Friday the 2nd. I'd like you guys to go. Just so you know, I can't be there. I'm going to be at the WCR event for our agents that are in the top 25 women in real estate. I'd rather be at the baseball game. Suze will be there. That's all that matters. Wendy's going. So yes. Okay. If you're brand new to the company, the first Wednesday of every month is a Zoom call with either me or Jeff for onboarding. So I don't think anyone here is brand new. Well, Monica, maybe you probably haven't done this. But if you're new to the company, Kate, okay, you want to be on this call Wednesday, the first Wednesday of every month. It'll be on Facebook. Click on the Zoom link. Either me or Jeff will be there to talk everything Realty One Group, as well as meeting you'll see Stacia on the meeting, and John and everybody else. So that's really kind of important. If you need CE, there's another class tomorrow. I'll be there. I think Wendy's taking it too. Jeff's taking it. It's free. Okay. This guy Matt Kolb, he's going to be doing them here in June, July, and August. Okay. The core classes too, not the general ones that are important, but these are the core ones and they're free. That's Rev Up. We all know. There's good looking Tim Sams. Okay. Don't forget the summit. That's our guide. Wendy is out today. That's our calendar. Other than that, gang, I don't have a whole much more for you. Again, we bring this up again because I really want to thank you guys. In the last 3 months, we've hired like 35 agents, more than any other office. So if you send agents in, guys, you'll save $1,200. I think Judy just did a third one, so she doesn't pay $100 for the next 12 months. So it's you all have friends that are realtors, and even if they're not friends of yours, the deal went really well. Hey Tim, this guy at Remax was really good. I don't know him that well, but just give me his number. I'll call him. Okay. Well, Wendy will call him, and you might benefit from that. So kind of good stuff. Other than that, gang, anybody have anything on their mind? Anything you need to know? Anything you're curious about? Anybody have $1 million listing they want to promote? A $2 million listing?
I need to promote some listings because we just lowered the price on several listings. So we have one on the on Desert Inn Road. That is the building.
Jewel? Is that Jewel? No.
No, not Jewel.
Metropolis.
Metropolis. And
Okay.
it is the lowest price. It's absolutely gorgeous. 1,800 square feet, 18th floor, like to die for view. Like you cannot get a better view. And it just got lowered to $699. It's the lowest price there, and it's just a fabulous building. Then we have 7380 Abandoned Harvest. That one just got lowered $35,000 to $899, and that's about 3,000 square feet home. Beautiful, big, about 8,000 square foot lot with a pool and a basketball court.
Wow.
And they are ready to sell. Both of those properties are ready to sell. Then we just got a new one in the new community, Richmond community in, it's Rancho and the 95 on the north by the casino. What is that? Santa Fe Casino, yeah. It's a beautiful new community, Dove Point. They bought it last year for rental. They decided they don't wanna be landlords anymore, so we put it for sale, 509, 4-bedroom, a loft. Brand new home, absolutely beautiful.
Nice.
It does have a tenant, they're paying $22.60 a month on rent, and the lease is until October. But it's a great house and really beautiful community. Then we have a townhome, Kings Glen Court, that is in Silverado Ranch, and that is about 1,800 square feet, 3-bedroom, $474,000. And again, that's a really good price. Again, they're very negotiable at this point, so anybody that wants to bring an offer, we will take it. And then we have one, 125 East Harmon Avenue, and that one is at the MGM property, signature by MGM, but it's a 3rd floor, which people don't like. However, if anybody has a fan of F1, you're right there where you can see them. We had a party there and you can hear, smell, see the cars. You can almost touch them because it's so close. You were there. So, so that is an incredible property, fully remodeled. And then, so those were the ones I wanted to talk about.
Very nice, very nice. Anybody else? We're good? All right, go eat some food. There's a lot of food out there, okay? Eat the food, please. And coffee.